Welcome to solverfy.
Let's go through each part of the problem step by step. We'll use the data provided in the table to perform the needed calculations. So we first want to estimate the total Y number of acres of trees on farms in the province. The total number of acres of trees is estimated by summing the estimates of each stratum. Where L is the number of strata, N sub H is the population size of stratum H, and Y bar H is the sample mean from stratum H. And so from the table, this would be 86 times 63.36 plus 72 times 183 plus 52 times 340.56 plus 30 times 472.40. And that comes out to 50,415.68 acres. To construct the confidence interval, we first need the variance of the estimate. And the variance is the sum from H equals 1 to L, which, well, which would be, I'm just going to substitute. It would be N sub H squared times N sub H minus NH over 14 times 86 times the standard deviation of H squared. And then we would continue that on until the last one, which would be 30 squared times 25 over 5 times 30 times 72,376.30. And we get a variance of 19,202,198.02. The standard error is the square root of the variance. And the square root is about 4,380.92. A 95% confidence interval is given as y hat plus or minus a critical z times the standard error of y hat. And so that'd be 50,415.68 plus or minus 1.96 for 95% times 4,380.92. So we get a lower boundary of subtracting, which is 41,827.88, and an upper boundary of 58,998.48 acres. The difference between the total number of acres of trees on strata 2 and 3. The difference would be from 2 to y hat 3, which would be 72 times 183 minus 52 times 340.56, which would be negative 4,533.12 acres. You could also take the positive. A 95% confidence interval of the difference. The variance of the difference. Well, the variance for stratum 2 is 72 squared times 72 minus 12 over 12 times 72 times 9,054.18, which is 39,181.83.6. So that's 3,918,183.6, and the variance for 3 is 3,748,587.12. And so we would, the variance of the two would be combined at 7666,760.72. And the standard error of the difference would be the square root which is 2769.67. So a 95% confidence interval about the difference would be the difference plus or minus 1.96 times the standard error of the difference. And subtracting, we get a difference of 9,953.66 below or less than, and an upper boundary of the third being 420.54 acres more. Is the total number of acres in stratum 2 significantly different from those in stratum 3? No, and that's because 0 is within this interval. An approximate sample size to achieve the bound if the name and allocation is used. So we would get to calculate this, it would be the critical Z times the sum from h equals 1 to L of n sub h s sub h over b squared. And this becomes 1.96. The sum is 24,470.4 over 5,000 squared, and that's about 91.91, so n would be 92.